Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday carry people. It's the Big Canucker here, and today we've got another head-to-head duel of two food prep wicked-ass slicers in a battle to the pain. I'm not going to say battle to the death. If you, any of you Princess Bride fans out there, they know what the battle to the pain is, and yeah, this COVID-19 thing has got everybody sitting at home scouring YouTube and having a look at old movies and stuff like that. I gotta tell you, The Princess Bride, I watched that. Currently watching Grease. You know what? It's an oldie but a goodie. And probably not the toughest movie for me to be watching. Yeah, John Wick. That's what I'm watching. No, actually, having a little watching some of these old flicks. And so, all right, on to some knife stuff here too as well. We've got two absolutely fantastic knives that are, both of them, I'm gonna say, are pretty close when they are to, like, knife of the year. If you're a YouTube reviewer, you know that this is the Spydiechef, and if you are, sorry, not if you're not a YouTuber, if you're a knife guy, you know this is the Spydiechef, and you know that this is the Spyderco Kapara. Two outstanding knives. This is going to be a really, really tough one. So let's just quickly go over some specs here real quick. With these two beautiful knives. Overall length here, you've got your Spydiechef here. Coming in at 7.78 inches long, where your Kapara here is a little bit bigger at 8.27 inches. Closed length for your Spydiechef here is 4.46 inches. Now your Kapara is 4.69, so very, very close. Blade thickness, you've got 3 millimeters for your Spydiechef, and you've got 3 millimeters for your Kapara. Both of them extremely thin blades. Carry position, they're both tip up, ambidextrous left or right with the beautiful wire clip. Blade length, you've got 3.32 for the Spydiechef and 3.58 for your Kapara. Edge length, you've got 3.31 for your Spydiechef and 3.42 for your Kapara. Your handle here is a carbon fiber. Your handle here is a titanium. You've got a compression lock here for your Kapara. You've got the Reeves integral lock or a frame lock for your Spydiechef. And then your steel, you've got a S30V here for your Kapara, and you've got an LC200N for your Spydiechef. Grinds are both full flat grinds with a little bit of kind of belly on them. So let's kind of go through here some of the head-to-head components. All right, so now you've got overall size and your braid length. I think that's extremely important. And with your overall length coming in at just a smidge over 8 inches, and then but your braid length is 3.5. Your Spydiechef here is not very much smaller at 3.32 or 84 millimeters. The 3.5 or 91 millimeters. It's not a monster difference, but if I had to pick a winner between these two here for the blade size and cutting edge, I'm going to go with the Kapara. Just edges out the Spydiechef in that thing. So now you've got, moving on to our next category, you've got your steel type here. So with the Kapara, you've got the S30V, which is the steel that was first made for the cutlery industry. I think a great steel, does everything really, really well, has good edge retention, good stain resistance, good toughness, good sharpening ability. But you've got over here in the Spydiechef, you've got a really, really exceptional steel with the LC200N. It is a nitrogen-based steel, so it is completely stain resistant as well as rust resistant. I'm not gonna say it's rust proof, but it's pretty damn close. I've seen demonstrations of people taking this knife and sinking it, submerging it in the Salt Lake in Utah for a couple weeks, and the only thing that was starting to rust on it was some of the hardware as well as the detent ball, but the blade was absolutely fantastic. So if you live anywhere near a some salt water or a really, really high moist application, this LC200N is for you too as well. Now, the other really amazing thing about this steel is the edge retention. If you have a look at some rope cutting demonstrations by Cedric and Ada, Pete down in Australia did a fantastic cutting demonstration on this particular knife, as well as all steels. I mean, I don't know how many he's got, but he spends an awful lot of time, and if that fellow was here, I'd give him a hell of a pat in the back, maybe even a hug. And he let all us knife guys know a lot. You know, it's not the absolutely most scientific study that's going to be give us data that's, you know, absolutely irrefutable, but he did a fantastic job, and the LC200N is tough and it has great edge retention. So I'm going to say the stainless steel, the LC200N, and this the steel type definitely goes to the Kapara. Or sorry, goes to the Spydiechef. So it's a win for that way. Now, the next thing we got is just overall sharpening. Ease and ability to sharpen. I've put a mirror edge on both of them. I really laid back this LC200N to about 14 degrees, I do believe, or 15 degrees. And so far, it's taken the 14 degrees extremely well. Whereas the Kapara, I just took the factory edge, I think was around 18 degrees, and I just mirror polished it. Both knives get absolutely screaming sharp. But I'm going to give the edge over to the Kapara on this because it was a lot easier to sharpen. The LC200N with its wear resistance is a lot harder to sharpen. It's not impossible to sharpen, and it is okay to sharpen, but the S30V is a really, really easy steel to sharpen. So Kapara gets that. Now we've got the handle feel and the ergonomics. Both of them are designed to be food preparation knives. They've got extremely thin, slicey blades with nice bellies on them. As you can see here, this is shaped very much like a Santoku Japanese knife, and it's got really, really good ergonomics for slicing food. But I gotta really give the winner here to the Kapara. The radiused edges here on this handle, your hand is really designed to fit into it. You've got a little bit of a choil, you've got a nice thumb ramp if you need it, and it just kind of molds right into your hand. So I really, really like the feel of this carbon fiber. It's fantastic. So I'm going to actually go with your kind of your handle feel, and your stuff here is going to go with the Kapara. Titanium is nothing to sneeze at. Everybody loves a good titanium knife, and this one here still got some great ergonomics, but I just like the feel of the smooth, warm feeling of the carbon fiber over the titanium. All right, so now we've got lock type, deployment, and overall toughness of the knife, and everybody really, really seems to love this. Love these two knives, how they deploy. Both of them are extremely smooth knives. I'm going to go with the, I think the Spydiechef. I think the Reeves Integral Lock is just a really, really great way to open and close a knife, and the Spidey hole on this just is set up so perfectly. It's got its own milled out. It fits your thumb so perfect, and it allows you to give the old Spidey flick too as well. It's extremely smooth. This has got a great deployment too as well, but for whatever reason, even though it's a compression lock, and I love the compression lock on, say, something like the Paramilitary 2, just the way they've got it set up, I wish there was a little bit more hair of an edge for my particular hands to be able to drop that, and it's just not as fun to flick and close and open compared to the Spydiechef. So in this particular instance, the compression lock is just not as good as the Reeve integral frame lock here on the Spydiechef on these particular two knives. A compression lock on a different knife, the way it's set up, may beat it. I'm just going in this particular instance, knife against knife. So I'm going to give that to the Spydiechef. Cutting ability, Both of them absolutely wicked slicers. I've cut some cardboard with both knives. This came absolutely hair-whittling sharp from the factory, and even though it's got, you know, a little bit blunter blade at 18 degrees compared to this 14 degrees, maybe it's the thinness of the blade compared to the little bit thicker. I'm going to say the Kapara just edges it out ever so slightly. You know, I have to pick a winner. I would say that we're going to go with this one. Now, overall looks, that is such a subjective thing here. Overall looks, when I first looked at the two knives, I thought that the Kapara was a really kind of weird knife right out of the bat. And even I thought the Spydiechef was a little bit of a weird knife too, but I liked the looks right off the bat of the Spydiechef compared to the Kapara. But now seeing them kind of in my face for a long time and having both of them for a while here, the Kapara has grown on me. That red back is really a nice red. I'm gonna go, this is a draw. It's such a subjective thing. It's an absolute draw with looks to the two. Now we've got price and availability here too as well. So both knives are available, although you'll have a little bit harder time finding the Kapara. Right now, currently on Spyderco's website, it is out of stock, but I'm sure you can find one somewhere. Now, just going off a straight MSRP on the Spyderco website, you've got the Spydiechef at $335 MSRP and the Kapara at $290. So, but when you're looking at kind of real world pricing too as well, your Spydiechef is really holding value. Everybody's really liking this Martin Sleece product, so they hold their value extremely well. So I'm going to give that to the price and availability. I'm going to give it to the Kapara just based on its, I think, a little bit, it's a less money, and it's also, I think, great value for the money too as well. All right, so now recommending these knives, I'll recommend both of these knives. They're fantastic. If you want to put a food slicer type of knife in your pocket, then these are two of the best that are out there. They're both absolutely fantastic knives. Both of them are wonderful examples of Spyderco's I'm not gonna say ability, but Spyderco's desire to take other designers besides themselves and work with knife designers out there. I forgot to mention you've got the Alistair Phillips here out of Australia who designed the Kapara after his red back knife. That's a fantastic example of a everyday carry food slicing knife. And you've got Martin Sleece, who designed not only this knife but the Techno as well as the Sleece buoy, which people absolutely love, and I would love to put one in my hand, a Sleece buoy, one of these days, but who knows. It's kind of a grail knife at this point. They've been discontinued. Maybe they'll come back, but like I said, two great fantastic designers that Spyderco is willing to work with. Now the winner in this particular duel to the pain is going to be your Kapara. I think your Kapara just edges out your Spydiechef, and that's the one that if I had to put one in my pocket for the next 5 years, the Kapara would edge the Spydiechef ever so slightly. All right. Well, thanks very much for stopping by, guys. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'm so close to 100 subscribers. And so if please push that like and subscribe button. In these times with what's going on in the COVID-19, please stay safe. Please realize that we want you around for long term. So do your social isolation, do your YouTube watching, do whatever it takes, but please stay safe. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up, and this is the Big Canucker saying adios.